State and local governments are still adjusting to technology shifts thrust upon them by the changing workplace landscape and giving renewed priority to modernizing their networks. One way to address their IT challenges and fully leverage their networks is to utilize specialized professional services. Joining me to talk about building a better roadmap to IT network modernization is Paul Pfleger, Executive Vice President for Copper River IT. Paul, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here today.
So let's set the stage a little. What are state and local agency leaders facing today in terms of ensuring their networks are able to properly support IT modernization efforts?
Well, the biggest thing that state and local agencies are facing today is understanding where they are and where they want to go. They're also having to adapt to what is the ever-changing landscape of security threats that they're facing. So really trying to help state and local agencies understand their networks here today, and then also from a professional services standpoint, where they need support to manage those networks today to help them grow for the future. That is really one of the biggest challenges that they're facing.
Well, and maybe we could dive into some specifics. I know Copper River has been working with the Virginia IT agency, or VITA, for many years as it has upgraded its technology. Can you describe some of the overarching IT challenges that the Commonwealth was facing and also its end users?
Well, of course. And again, when you look at the Commonwealth end users, that is a vast array of different types of use cases. You have state and local agencies, you also have K through 12, and you have higher ed. So trying to manage those and manage the end users and the customers across those is a very big challenge. So you take a look at the different state agencies and you have one skill set and one set of end users that you need to provide support to. And those are people that really make the Commonwealth work, such as trash collection, police departments, fire departments, E911 responders. So they have a very different use case and a very different need than, say, K through 12 students. So the Commonwealth has to adapt to a lot of different technologies and a lot of different needs across the state. So helping each end user and helping each Commonwealth user understand how we can support them and how we can help them grow is something that we try to do on a day-to-day basis, utilizing the VITA contract over the last 10 years.
Well, Paul, can you describe one or two of the most notable turnkey solutions that Copper River provided to address some of those challenges?
Absolutely. There's a university here in the Commonwealth that came to us with a problem. As we know, students across universities have different needs than they had 10 years ago. Back then, the need for wireless devices was about 3-to-1, your laptop and maybe a couple other devices. But that has changed. Now we see students who need probably about 10-to-1 for what their wireless needs are, not just from an academic standpoint, from a social standpoint as well. The needs for wireless are also not just 8 to 5. It is all day, all night. So how do you take a look at a campus environment and be able to be a 24/7 service provider? So we came in with our team and did an assessment of where they were and how we were going to be able to help them get to where they needed to be. See, universities also look at this as a big recruitment tool. Having the access to the internet and providing students with connectivity is something that is paramount to them wanting to join that school. So we took a look and had our team come in and understood what the use cases were for the students, faculty, and for the staff. We took a look at what programs they needed to get into and also how they needed to interact with other students. We noticed that what they had on campus was not what they needed. So we took a vendor agnostic approach to seeing how could we help them achieve the goals that they had, not just for now, but building the roadmap for the future. We realized that Juniper Networks had the ability and the capabilities to provide students with where they wanted to go and to achieve the goals of that university moving forward. So our team came in and helped with the architecture for where they were. We built out the roadmap for both the hardware and for the wireless to help them get there. And now their students have the ability to walk across campus, connected on Wi-Fi, go into their dorms, go into their classrooms, go into faculty rooms, and still be connected, getting the highest service that they can across the university and across the needs that they have. So, we took a look and provided the training that was needed so that when our team was done, the university felt confident that they could manage it on a day-to-day basis.
Well, and then what best practices can leaders implement when developing their modernization roadmaps? And how can working with professional service organizations assist in those efforts?
Really, one of the things that I always say, and one of the best practices, is having an understanding of where you are, where you want to be, and where you're going to go. And understanding where you are today is the biggest factor as to helping you have a successful 12, 24, 36-month roadmap for the future. So what we love to do is come in from the beginning. We have a great team of engineers and professional services who will come in to do that assessment. Take a look at what do you have on campus? What do you have throughout the agency? And then what we like to do is take a look at the customers, the end users, the people who are going to be on your network. What is it that you need? What is it that they want to accomplish while they're on the network or while they're working within the agency? So it's understanding what the use case is for those people. So then we can go and build out a vendor agnostic solution, tying in the best of breed technologies across all the different parts of their network, not just wireless, not just switching routing, not just from a security aspect of it, but then, how do we build this and then deliver it to the end user so that they can manage on a day-to-day basis. Again, we have a great team that comes in from the architecture side on the pre-sales. We will do the post-sales implementation and also provide the training so that once our team is done with the implementation, you feel confident and they feel confident that they can manage it on a day-to-day basis.
Well, Paul Pfleger, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to share your observations and insights on ways to help state and local organizations modernize their networks for now and into the future.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to be here.